Hello and welcome back to the Players Club podcast. This is season 2, episode 8. I'm your host, Brian Pereira, alongside my co-host, Jacob McDougald. We do have one camera this week, better than none that we had last week, but they took our tripod. I don't know where it's at.
Yeah, it's somewhere.
One camera's, though, is better than none. So at least we have a camera for you guys this episode. Also, I'm a little sick. So
You sound way better than I did.
I
was
do,
sick
yeah.
a few weeks ago,
I was
so.
really bad yesterday. Didn't go to class yesterday.
Do you know what it was from? Is it because it's been cold?
I don't know what it was. I hadn't been sleeping good, and then I was like, why am I not sleeping good? And then all of a sudden I was like, my throat hurts a little bit. And then
that's always the worst when you feel it coming.
Yeah,
like your throat
and
starts and it's like, oh.
Yesterday I woke up at like 3 a.m. in a full sweat. You know, got the little fever. Body was trying to fight it.
Yeah.
Couldn't go back to sleep. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to class. I went to the urgent care and they said you're negative for everything. So,
dang.
I slept the whole night last night. I feel a lot better.
Just stay hydrated.
Yeah, my body doesn't feel like as heavy anymore. My throat doesn't hurt as much. I just can't breathe. But
I have cough drops if you.
I haven't. I've been stuffed since I was like 12 years old. So I've had a stuffy nose. So it's just we moved. Just my voice doesn't sound as deep.
Yeah, nah, it's fine.
I feel less masculine. Don't got the.
You still sound masculine to me.
Wait, yo.
Anyways, so NFL, how was that?
NFL, for me, not that good.
Yeah. Do you wanna?
I can talk about it. I don't really care. You know, the Giants had a total of 7 passing yards. That's a true. That's
real?
A true stat.
The whole game?
Look it up. That's a true stat.
I didn't even know.
Tyrod Taylor had 8 passing yards, and Tommy DeVito didn't even know who he was. Our third-string quarterback had -1 passing yard.
Bro,
That's a true
no
stat.
Way.
That's a true stat. Saquon had 36 carries.
Bro.
7 passing yards. I wasn't kidding.
That's insane.
And and then we choked it. We were winning and we choked it.
You were winning with that stat line?
We were up 10-7.
Who'd you play again?
The Jets.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it was the Battle of
MetLife.
New York / New Jersey.
Mm-hmm. I say the Rutherford Bowl. That's what I called it.
Mm-hmm.
Just because.
I mean, we had a whole I think I told this story on here before, but we had a whole argument about this in my sports management class last year because my professor would do random trivia for extra credit, like almost every class, and he had us list New York sports teams, and we put the Jets and the Giants down, and he didn't count it at first, and everyone got super mad. They're like, no, it's in New York. He was like, it's in New Jersey.
That's what my dad said. That's what my dad said.
And then eventually he counted it because we were like, bro. Like, we know it's Jersey. He was like, ask the taxpayers if it's New Jersey. And we were like,
that's why my dad, like, rooted for the Giants. I mean, when he grew up, he was growing up there, and it was like, he was like, why aren't they called New Jersey? And New Jersey tried to buy the rights, but New York was like, nah.
I mean,
hold this, and just, like, gave him the L.
Even the Nets were the New Jersey Nets before.
Yeah, and when they were there, I don't know.
But
it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, both of our teams are in strange spots. Fortunately, we finally see. Here's the thing. Here's how it goes. We lose 1 or 2. We bully Pete Carmichael and the coaching staff. Then we get 30+ points, and then we just do the same thing over. That's why we're 4-4 right now. We put up 38 against the Colts.
It's better than 2-6, bro.
I know. I'm just.
It only sounds that way because my voice isn't.
No,
right.
I'm just.
That's why it sounded so
I'm
sad.
trying to like empathize with your situation because I understand.
Yeah.
But 4-4 is weird. I know I got on here at the beginning of the season saying we should be like 11-6. We could be A-okay if we're consistent, but unless we consistently put up points like that. Like, I watched that game. Alvin Kamara got numerous carries, 2 touchdowns. Taysom Hill, touchdown because he got multiple carries. Like, they were taking shots downfield. Michael Thomas was looking like old Michael Thomas. Like, they used Rashid Shaheed in the long ball, which instead of Chris Olave is what they should have been doing because he's faster than everyone else.
He's kind of weird, though, this season, it feels like.
Chris Olave?
Mm-hmm.
I agree. He, for some reason, the last couple weeks, he just hasn't been showing that effort that he normally does. But we also haven't been utilizing him. Like, he's not the biggest or tallest receiver, so throwing outside shoulder to him, like, deep or in the end zone, just, you know what I mean? Like, that's not how he should be in the slot, catching it across the middle and gaining yards after the catch. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But we have Jamal Williams back. Like, we use Kendre Miller. Our offense showed genuine signs of life. Like, it showed life in the past, but this was like a consistent full game type situation. Derek Carr looked solid. I think his shoulder's better. We play the Bears on Sunday. Should be a win for us to move like above 500. I don't know. It made me more hopeful, but it's weird. But I'm saying right now, I'm not gonna lose hope. I know. I have said that.
No, it's good.
I've been very depressed before, but I'm not gonna do it. Plus, Dad, I know you're not listening to this. My dad's a huge Bears fan. Has been since they won in like '85 or whatever. We bet on this game like before the season started. We bet a lunch. So I'm expecting my lunch when you come down here.
Where are you gonna go?
Probably Lovebird, because he's visiting in like 2 weeks. So
word.
Yeah, that's that. NFC South is terrible. That's why we still have a good shot of winning, because every time we lose, everyone else loses too, or they win, we win, and they would start winning. So it's strange. This NFL season has been so weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so many new names, especially the quarterback position.
Bro, Tommy DeVito, dog. Didn't even know who he was.
He's
our starting quarterback now.
Wait, I saw. Is he the one that's like super Italian?
Yeah.
Like with the chain and the
Mm-hmm. The TD chain.
Is he related to Danny DeVito at all?
Oh, I got no clue.
That'd be great.
Didn't even know the kid existed until Sunday.
You see, Taylor Heineke got named starter for the Falcons going forward.
I know. I was surprised.
Good for him, though. All my friends are still loyal to him. Washington fans.
It's that guy.
He is, honestly.
Tyson Bate. Is it Bagent or is it Banjan?
I think it's Banjan.
Is
it Tyler Banjan?
No, I know it's Tyson. I know it's Tyson.
I think it's Banjan.
Yeah, but I don't know if there's an N before the G or not.
Do you have the list of like the matchups going for it? Because I had it, but
I could probably find it.
Yeah, but like even Kirk Cousins just got hurt.
That sucked, bro. I was so sad.
I actually am like a big, like as a person, I will never root for the Vikings, but I'm a Kirk Cousins fan, which is.
It's just he's so
crazy.
likable. You cannot like him.
Like, he's just a genuinely nice dude, Like, I'm telling you, you gotta watch the quarterback docuseries.
Yes, I haven't seen it.
It's so good. So good. And it makes, like, he was on pace for having, like, not only he's having his best year so far, like, statistically.
Yeah, I got it.
But, like, he was on pace to set some records. Like, now you have him and Justin Jefferson hurt. And then, did they trade for someone?
Yeah.
Was it Dobbs? No.
Yeah.
It was Joshua Dobbs. He got
mm-hmm.
went to Minnesota. That's what I thought. Poor Dobbs too. Honestly.
Oh, actually, DJ returned. So he's probably gonna start.
Okay.
But he's going up against Aiden O'Connell.
Mm-hmm. Who?
Exactly.
He's at Raiders, right?
I think. Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
They said he looked like a Raiders fan that they just pulled out of the crowd.
He does. Jaren Hall versus Taylor Heineke.
Who was the first one?
Jaren Hall.
What team is that for?
No clue. Whoever the Falcons are playing this week. Clayton Tune versus PJ Walker.
Clayton Tune. What teams? What are these matchups? Let me look at the matchups. I'm so confused.
Well, look who plays the Falcons, because we know where Taylor plays. I know where Heineke plays.
I know where PJ Walker plays too. But you see what I mean? Like, so many injuries week after week. Do you think it has to do with the turf again?
It's Tyson. There's no N, so I think it's Bagent.
Tyson Bagent.
Or Baggett. Who knows?
I don't think it's Baggett.
Versus Derek Carr, obviously.
Well,
we did mention that.
That's not like the most random.
No, but it's the fact that Derek Carr is going up against this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then Brett Rypien versus Jordan Love.
Okay, so Packers are playing the Rams. Wait, Matthew Stafford got hurt?
Wait, how do you even know he plays for the Rams?
Well, the Rams are playing the Packers, and Jordan Love's with the Packers.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I thought you just knew off the dude's name. I was like, that's honestly
I'm literally
impressive.
looking at the Wait, you do know Jordan Love was with the...
I do know he's with the Packers, but I thought they were just... I didn't know the Packers were playing the Rams.
Well, yeah, because I literally just found it.
Oh, that's what... I thought you hadn't found it yet and just randomly named a team. And
if only. So, who are the other one that we say? Because we got Texans.
Well, we know the first one because we know he plays Daniel Jones and the Giants play the Raiders.
Yeah.
Taylor Heineke, who do the Falcons play?
The Falcons play the Vikings.
So he's the quarterback for the Vikings.
So he's the quarterback. Okay.
Oh, so there's this guy right here.
Never seen him before in my life.
Me neither. Clayton Tune versus PJ Walker.
Wait. Am I dumb? Where does PJ Walker play again?
It's a great question.
No, wait. I actually don't remember.
I forgot.
Is he in? Is he with the No, I don't remember at all.
I actually forgot.
It's not that important. No disrespect to PJ Walker, but we don't. That's not information that we need to know right now. I didn't mean it like that. But anyways, the biggest matchups are going to be Chiefs Dolphins. That's going to be a game.
Germany game.
In Germany. And then you have Bills Bengals Sunday night. Dude. The memes already started flying.
That's what I thought. I wanted to say it, but I wasn't sure.
No, you can.
No, it's Arizona against Cleveland. That's right. PJ Walker's the backup for Cleveland. I wanted to say it, but I was like, nah. I was like, he's not in Cleveland. I was like, nah. So, yeah, that's Clayton Tune right there.
Bro, yeah. Anyways, I think. Who do you think is going to win the Chiefs-Dolphins game? I'm taking Miami.
So am I.
Good.
I am right now wearing a Miami sweatshirt.
Yes, you are. Bro, Chiefs,
not a Dolphins one.
Chiefs coming off of a loss to Denver. First of all, what? They lost like 21-9 to the Denver Broncos.
Who got 70 put on their head by the Dolphins. Sports is a wild thing.
I looked at his numbers. Russell Wilson's actually having like a top
He's having a good
year.
season. He always has.
He's been like second
his
or
defense
fourth in
gives
passer
up
rating, second in like yards. Like,
his defense gives up 100 yards of freaking drive.
Yeah. So it's not even him.
No.
It's really not him this time. That's why we haven't heard a lot from him. It's just Denver as a team. But, dude, they hadn't beaten the Chiefs since 2015.
The last time they did, Peyton Manning was their quarterback.
Yeah. That's embarrassing. They'll be all right. Also, I have beef with the Raiders. I needed Devontae to have a solid game on fantasy in order for me to win. He gave me 2 points, and I
one
played
catch for 11 yards.
I played against Sam Laporta, who put up 17. Yeah, you can laugh. It's fine.
As soon as you said Sam Laporta, I knew he went crazy this week.
That made me so mad. It broke my win streak. But
so what's your record now?
4-4.
Just like your favorite team, man. Just like the Saints.
I didn't even realize that.
You can't even say anything,
no,
bro. I
I
didn't even know until you said that now.
But and this is the league I'm trying to defend my title in.
Oh, Lord.
It's over.
Oh, Lord.
But in my other league, I'm 6-2.
Oh, okay.
So, it's what it is.
There you go.
But, staying on fantasy, I found, like, literally, before you got here, I want you to listen to this. I'm going to read this just straight up.
Oh, this is what you said you were, yeah.
Because this is on Best Celebrations. Love Best Celebrations, by the way. Okay, so, guy in my...
They don't post celebrations anymore, though.
They don't, but...
Whatever.
They post everything else. Guy in my league is offering Pollard for CMC, and I get to bang his wife one time. That's the title.
Wait.
That's the title. Now,
say that again.
Guy in my league is offering Tony Pollard for CMC, and I get to bang his wife one time.
So,
no,
you're
there's
getting
context.
Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Plus
Tony Pollard for Christian McCaffrey plus a night with his.
So who gets Tony Pollard? The guy who's
there's more. Let me read the rest. So, guy in my league is 3-5 and desperate to turn his team around and needs more consistency with running backs. He sent me a text saying he wants CMC, but there's not really anyone on his team that I want. I'm currently 7-1, so I don't need anyone. I don't need to make changes really. He said I could bang his wife one time if I accept the trade and it goes through. Honestly, it's pretty. This last sentence is wild because. Honestly, it's pretty tempting since she has huge tits and I've always fantasized about her. Is it worth throwing my chances to win this ship out the window for a chance to bang his wife? I think this was on Reddit or something. And all Best Celebrations replied to was, ain't no way. Thoughts?
I'm at a loss for words.
So was I when I first read it. I was like, this cannot be real. That's like different level of desperation. Also, what's his wife going to say when he brings that up? Because there's no way he said that.
By the way.
You were part of a fantasy trade that
I made a trade in fantasy. You know how much I love fantasy, right? Yeah. But you know how much I love you too, right? Yeah. I've been pretty bad. I made this trade, right? Gave me a great player. But listen here, there's a catch.
Bro.
It involves you. What do you mean? I told this guy who I made the trade with that he got sex with you one night, but it gives me the player. But only if it goes through, though. If they don't let it go through, then you're fine. You don't have sex with him. But can you please, so I can win in fantasy? That's probably how he said it.
Bro, the top comment. Oh my goodness! Wait, why did I put it away? The top comment killed me. They were like, "Who let Adam 22 play fantasy football?"
Bro, the internet is the greatest place on earth.
See, I always tell myself to stop reading comment sections, but then moments like this happen, and I'm like,
that's the best thing ever, bro. I love reading comment sections.
Like, bro.
I love reading comment sections.
And someone else said it would be an all-time L if CMC got hurt the moment after the trade went through. Anyways, that was my surprising story for today.
Jeez Louise, man. That's outrageous.
People cannot be real, bro. Like, anyways, like, fantasy football is never
that
serious. And 3-5 is not even, like, you can turn that around. It's not like you're 2-6. You know what I mean?
Unless the forfeit is the most embarrassing thing known to mankind. That could probably put you behind bars for a number of years. I'm not. There's no reason to risk it.
No way.
There ain't Absolutely no biscuit that you better risk it for, dog. There's just no way. There's no way you're willing to lose your marriage,
bro. Like it.
That's
the
outrageous.
Fact that bro was like, yeah, I definitely been fantasizing about her too.
No, that makes it even worse.
I know. Anyways, that's all I have for football.
That's a great way.
This coming week should be fun.
If you ask me.
Yeah, the Bills-Bengals game. Obviously, the Damar Hamlin, bro. People were like, Damar Hamlin has a chance to do the funniest thing ever.
Did you see the thing? It's like T. Higgins seen the script for week 8.
No, I didn't.
And he's like, it's like a cat, and it's like going crazy because it's like, oh Lord,
dude. You know what? It's gonna be a good game. Yeah, it'll be fine. Football is. I'm just glad basketball's back. That's all. I don't even know what to say about football anymore. Oh man,
Lord.
We are in the age of Wembanyama. That's what's going on.
Wemby. Right, how do you say churro in French?
Wait,
you didn't see that clip?
No, I did because he was like, "What's a churro?"
What's a churro? What's a churro? You better said I told you long enough. That was the funniest clip ever.
Dude,
of course,
Charles Barkley.
Of course, Charles asked him that.
Oh my gosh. So what do you think about the season so far?
I don't know. I feel like it's kind of, I don't know, mister. You can't guard all three of us over there at the same time, yet all three of them haven't played at the same time yet.
Bro.
KD's played every single game.
Yeah.
With a bunch of nobodies.
I think.
No disrespect. Obviously, I know, Joshua Okogie. I know the whole team pretty much, but just had to say with a bunch of nobodies.
You see the way they folded against San Antonio?
San Antonio led for 2.2 seconds. Did you know about that?
Yeah. It was only in the end of the fourth quarter. They were up by like 20 at half. Mm-hmm. What happened?
Oh, I knew a team that was up by a lot at half too and lost. To the Brooklyn Nets. To the Ben Simmons-led Brooklyn Nets.
For our audience that doesn't know, you might want
Miami Heat. Mm-hmm. The Miami freaking Heat.
You know Miami's at the bottom of the...
We're 1-4.
They're at the bottom of the East right now.
Yes, I do. Yes.
But Jimmy, though. Jimmy's going to turn it around.
Oh, but Jimmy, though. What's Jimmy been goddamn doing? Sitting out against Minnesota for rest. The third game of the season. It's the third game of the goddamn... It was the fourth game of the season. What are you doing sitting down for rest? Even Kawhi's played more games than Jimmy. Let that sink in. Kawhi Leonard this season has played more games than Devin Booker, than Bradley Beal, than Jimmy Butler, than James Harden, than Kyrie Irving. Huh. Yeah. Exactly. I don't even know what to say. Tyler Hero's dropping 30 a game over here. He's losing. He's like, damn, maybe I should have gotten traded.
Bro.
I ain't worried about Jaime Jaquez. He's a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
He just got his second start. Yeah, he had he went 0 for 7 yesterday, but that's fine, bro. It's your 4th game in the NBA. You're fine. Like, I ain't worried about him because he's gonna find a groove and he's a great, like, he's gonna fit into the system properly. But first of all, where was K Love yesterday? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Adebayo, as Flight Reacts likes to call him, right? Adebayo.
Adebayo. I actually didn't know. I haven't watched Flight in forever.
Oh, he calls him Adebayo, which I think is hilarious.
Yeah.
He is dropping like 20 and 12 a game.
Mm-hmm.
Supposed to. Tyler Hero's dropping 30 a game. He's not supposed to, but he's surprising
He's getting
people.
paid for it.
Right? He's surprising people. That Mr. Emo Man over here ain't doing anything. And then Kyle Lowry finally put up more than 9 points yesterday. Finally decided to score in double digits. And I think he had 12. Because the other day, I saw he had more turnovers than points scored. I screamed at my dad on the phone. I called my dad. I said, I have to vent. And Kyle Lowry had 3 points and 4 turnovers.
Let me pull up these numbers. Bro, 3 points and 4 turnovers?
3 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists.
How many fouls? Because that would be even funnier.
I think
if
2
he had
fouls.
Okay. If he had more fouls,
It was the Minnesota game. It
Okay.
wasn't the Brooklyn game. And I screamed at my dad. And I said, why are we paying him? He's giving the ball to the other team more times than he's put it in the hoop. I said, what is he doing? Get him off the team.
That's crazy to think about.
Yes, like that's how I had to put into perspective for me to realize how bad this was. But whatever, I don't want to blow an artery over here while I'm sick. So
yeah, you got to be careful.
Yeah.
It's okay. It'll be all right. It's an 82-game season. And
well, yeah, but guess what?
Kawhi is going to at some point.
Well,
I know they have the new rules, but
here's the thing. I don't have it good now because the Heat are doing bad, and my football over there puts up 7 total passing yards in a game. So
that's just the way it goes sometimes.
It's not ideal, man.
It's a long season, but I do want to say Boston is running the East. Besides, Milwaukee is going to
I don't
be
think
there.
they've clicked yet.
No, they haven't. It'll take time.
Yet, yeah.
People are jumping too early on the the last couple games where they've been at. Like,
Dame's washed. Like,
they'll be fine.
Calm down.
He dropped 38 his first. He's fine. But Boston 155. I saw that
outrageous.
this morning and I thought it was 2K. Like, I could not believe it was real. And like you said, they put up 101, right?
104.
104, and they still lost by
51.
Was Porzingis the key?
Well, I don't
was
know. He didn't have a good
the
game.
key?
He didn't even have a good game.
No, but I'm saying like they're
what if he dropped 20? They might have put up 170.
They're complete right now.
They would have put up 170.
Bald Derek White is
it's crazy.
A menace.
Crazy.
Terrifying. It's honestly
the second coming of Magic Johnson over there. Feels like golly,
bro. But I still think Boston's gonna do what they always do and
choke.
Yeah.
Any
Boston fans are here, like, come on, let's be honest.
Don't worry, I'll finish that sentence for you.
That's why, same thing with the Clip. You know what? I saw this post. It was like, who's stopping the Clippers? Or like, why aren't they winning this year? And it was like, because they're the Clippers. They're not.
First of all,
I know they have James Harden, which is insane, and that he bullied his way out of this Philly to go to L.A., but they're still the Clippers.
He bullied his way out of Houston, then bullied his way out of Brooklyn, then bullied his way out of Philly, and is probably going to bully his way out of...
Bro, the memes about the nightclubs.
That's what I'm saying.
The memes about Philly nightclubs like crying and LA nightclubs like, we up now?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
That,
so funny.
And the other only thing that's going to stop the Clippers is the injury report.
And the Suns. Both teams. It's just like, yeah, the Suns made it to the finals, but both teams have to deal with them knees. They both have to deal with that. And
the thing is,
so far, undefeated.
The thing is, the only one that, is kind of affecting that is, Bradley Beal on the Suns, because he has always been injury prone. Like, KD's never been. Like, KD was out because he tore his Achilles, not because, he cut his toenail too far. Like, everyone saw his literal muscle pop on national television. So he was out, but I don't think KD doesn't usually sit out. He's just always dropping 40 and then losing by 20.
True.
Like he was in Brooklyn.
He
the
also
whole time.
doesn't know how to box out. At least in that one clip. You saw that, right?
No.
You didn't see how San Antonio. So when they were playing the Spurs,
No, I didn't see how they won the game.
So they won the game because when they were
I saw him lose the ball.
There was a couple seconds left. One of the guys on San Antonio puts up a three, goes off the rim, goes high. Wembanyama comes in. KD's just standing there watching the ball. And I know it's a tall ass to box out Wemby because he's that tall, but all he had to do was like step in front, and it would have been their rebound. They win the game. Wembanyama gets that, puts it back in. They're down by 1 because they were down by 3 before that shot. He gets the inbound in the corner.
And then
gets
he got
double
trapped.
teamed.
Yeah, I saw the trap.
Yeah, loses the ball, and then
I never saw the shot before.
People were arguing, oh, it was only Suns fans saying, oh, that's a foul on KD. He literally hit him in the face. I looked at that play like 10 times.
I didn't see him get hit in the face. Yeah, I went back and watched it after I saw the comments.
So it's like, box out. Like the first thing I saw, I was like, KD, what are you doing? Yeah. Box out. Anyways, unfortunate situation, but good for Wemby, good for the team. Do you think his teammates have it out for him?
I think Jeremy Sochan has it out for him.
Because they're not feeding him the ball like they could. He could be putting up 30 easy. It's only in the end of the game when he really puts up his numbers so far, but it's like, and people blame that on, oh, he could be a bust. No, it's not him. You realize there's 4 other dudes on the court that have to give you the ball. Me personally, if I have someone like that on my team that literally is aggressive enough to get out and transition every time, I'm going to find him. You can't miss him.
No, you literally can't.
Like,
unless he like stands behind a light post or something.
Let me get my assist up, bro. I don't need to score. Let me get my assist up. I need to be like Prime Magic or Rondo or something, bro. I'm gonna find you anywhere.
Prime Rondo is a crazy player.
Yeah.
He put up 2 points. 27 assists.
Yeah. And you'll still have a job. They're worried about doing their own thing so they can have a job. You get your assist numbers up, you'll have a job.
That's for sure.
But that Lakers last night. I'm not a Lakers fan. But
yes, you are.
I love to see. You love to see when the king does his thing. You feel me?
You are.
Bron, 35 points on how many? Like 38 minutes? No, he had 42 minutes. 35, 12, and 7. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know the dude's name, but I just saw that on like Get Up this morning. They were saying that like he's the number 1 option on that team. 21 years in the league. He like AD should be the number 1 option.
I saw a comment. It says he's not the GOAT. There's no way someone like needs this long to cement their legacy. I swear.
It's not even. Oh my goodness, it's so dumb. It's not that he needs this long, but the fact that he's still going this long is a testament. All I'm saying. That's the whole point. But what do you think about that? Do you think AD should be the number 1 option, or do you think it should somehow still be almost a 40-year-old man? Because there's all this talk about passing the torch, and ever since LeBron got there, he said he wants AD to be the number 1 guy.
I think he does, but he can't physically give it up. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, would you be able to physically give it up if the guy you're giving it up to has been when consistent, on fire, but like also injury prone? I think it's because his team is younger now, and they were missing a couple guys last night. So they were missing Gabe Vincent, they were missing Taurean Prince, they were missing a couple other people. So his minutes went up that time because they said before they were limiting him to like 30 minutes a game, which I also think is like, come on.
Yeah.
I know he's older, you want to save him for playoffs, but what are we doing?
I think going back to your question, I feel like he can.
Yeah.
Because when AD's on the court, he's not inconsistent.
Yeah. No, AD's been balling this year so far.
Every time he steps on the court, you're going to get a good player out of Anthony Davis. But
he had 27 and 10 last night. So.
But it's, if he gets injured. I feel like LeBron wants to take a step back when AD's on the court, but feels that, I don't know, I just feel like he can't. I don't know why.
It also can come down to the lineups and coaching, because what a lot of people have been calling for is putting AD at the 4 and Christian Wood at the 5. So that way you can have AD have he can still be in the paint, but let him eat at the 4. You know what I mean? Which he's completely capable of doing. Also,
but if you do that, don't you lose a tall man off the bench?
You do. But they still have Jackson Hayes, and they still have who else?
I forgot he's over there.
Yeah, no, Jackson Hayes is another 7-footer, young, super athletic.
I know who he is.
Shot block. Like they have that ability to do that, and also
I did used to watch Pelican games when Lonzo was over there.
Yeah, and like you said, LeBron at the 1. LeBron said to his own coaches, he was like, "Hey, I can run point guard too. Like I know how to do this." And with LeBron at the 1, he'll be more passive. He'll facilitate more, which he's fully capable of doing. So I think Darvin Ham has to make that adjustment. Otherwise, when it comes down to it, LeBron's still gonna have to.
Yeah, I feel like it's weird though if I'm Darvin Ham, because it's like, he's gonna demand so much, right? And I'm not saying this in a negative way. I'm just saying he tries to, the man understands basketball, like it's counting to 10. Mm-hmm. Like there's no way around it. Like he understands it, like it's writing his own name.
Did you see the Norman Powell podcast
Yeah,
interview?
where like he was saying our own plays,
Yeah.
and like I went out, he's like, "No, you're supposed to be over here," and it was like, "Huh?"
Yeah.
Like how do you know? And it's like so like it's crazy his knowledge for basketball. It's just that like I feel like you can't coach a team when he's on it. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I just mean that because he knows so much and because of how good he is,
He's
and
gonna
how
end up coaching
He's
the
gonna
team.
coach over you,
Yeah.
and the players are gonna listen to him because at the end of the day, this is LeBron, right? This is arguably the greatest of all time. I'm gonna listen to him over you, bro. Like I don't care if you're the coach.
But
You
what
know I'm
about
saying?
like in Miami when you had
That was the
like,
one time it didn't work because he tried to get Spoelstra fired.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
yeah, like his
Mhm.
first year there, and Pat Riley was like, no.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that. But yeah, I say all this to say I think unfortunately it's still
That's when it backfired on him, and then he realized, okay,
Mhm.
and then that's why he left after the contract.
yeah.
Went right back to Cleveland and became the coach, and
Yeah.
won. I mean, obviously he did win, but
No, but I will say okay, so why am I blanking on his name? Ty Lue. When he was in Cleveland, I did hear like him talk about his time, and he still was doing his job as coaching. Like in the 2016 finals, I think it was either 6 or 7, game 6 or 7. He like yelled at LeBron after LeBron had a great first half. He was like, "What are you doing? You gotta like you're trash. Stop. Like play better."
Yeah.
And because he knew it would get him. He knew how to tick him. He knew how to get him mad. And he was like, "You know what? I'm gonna go. Like I'm having a great game, but you know what? I'll go do better." And then they end up having
he's a good coach too. Look at
Yeah.
him in the Clippers. He
Mhm.
can win. He knows how to use a team, right? Taking them to the playoffs.
So with the Clippers, do you think with James Harden they will be like near unstoppable?
No,
I just don't think it's gonna.
I don't think
mesh.
they're gonna mesh. Yeah,
Yeah.
because PG and Kawhi easily can play off ball.
Mhm.
Russell Westbrook can play off ball.
Mhm.
James Harden can't. So it's the case of Russ knows that Kawhi and PG trust him to hold the ball. Will they trust Harden?
Do you think one or two of them like they could split their duos up and have them come off the bench? Because Russ and Harden have played together,
Mhm.
and they can't play together.
Twice.
PG and Kawhi know how to play together. Obviously, outside looks, the pressure would be like, "What are you doing? What kind of dumb coach would put two of the biggest stars on the bench?" You know. But if that helps to win, I think one of them has to come off the bench. All four of them starting would be
And it has to be Harden.
yeah.
As much as he hates it, it's going to have to be
He
him.
just got there.
He just got there. Kawhi, the team is built around Kawhi and Paul George,
Mm-hmm.
right? They gave him the point guard they needed when they traded for Russ, which was the best trade they made, right? And he fits the system so perfectly there because, yeah, he can get his shots up, but Russ is not a selfish player,
No, he's not.
right? He's probably one of the most unselfish players, and he knows that end of the day, Paul George and Kawhi are always going to score more than him unless they're having an off night that he's like, all right, I'm a cook. And then he'll go and, puts his shots up. He'll attack the rim like he always does.
There's a clip that's been circulating about like no one talks about this Russ play, and it was the end of a Clippers game when he literally hustled and got like three or four offensive
Thunder
rebounds.
play.
That was a Thunder. Sorry.
Yeah.
And he got
know
like
exactly
3 or 4
what you're
offensive rebounds
And just
himself.
yeah, and then Carmelo made the 3 to tie.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah, Thunder. That was Melo that hit the
Yeah.
'3. But like
I know a play. 'cause I saw the
those
video.
don't show up on the plays like that. Don't show up on the stat sheet. You know, people
It
say,
just, he had 3 more rebounds.
"Oh, he's stat padding." No, that's
no
the
one's
kind of
making
hustle.
the board. No one's hustling to the rebounds.
Because yeah, exactly. Like no one was boxing him out. He's getting it every time, and that's how you keep the play alive. You know,
Mhm.
but.
And
Like-
your teammates are gonna love that.
Like last night, it was literally all PG, Kawhi, and Westbrook, and the Clippers were up like 20 points. So, like Paul George had 35,
Yeah, Bones had an off night.
Kawhi had 38, Russ had 24 and 11. Yeah, Bones
Had like
was
4 points.
Yeah, he had 4 points.
He had
and
an
he
off
had
night.
34 minutes.
Yeah, he had an off night.
And then all their guys on the bench, like Norman Powell had 12 off the bench, but otherwise,
PJ doing cardio out there.
dude, PJ,
20 minutes, 0 points.
20 minutes, no points,
Yeah,
one
5
shot.
rebounds. He knows he's not a scorer. He's out there to play defense.
So, yeah. Wait, PJ, he just got there too, right? Because
Yeah,
he
with
was.
Harden.
He was with Harden. I don't know. I was very shocked that the Lakers won last night because they broke a 11 game losing streak to the Clippers. So that was cool.
I don't know. It just feels weird. I feel like Harden's been the root of many problems.
it sucks when you see someone like as good as they've been and as much as you wanted to cheer for them. 'Cause they used to be like huge James Harden.
In Houston?
Yeah.
He looked unstoppable.
He was dropping like 50 like it was nothing.
He took Golden State to Game 7. Prime Golden State to
I
Game
still
7.
think about that play that he hit over
The
Clay
three-pointer
and Draymond.
they got fouled
Yeah. That and one of
On
the
the wing.
craziest and ones I've
on
ever
the
seen.
wing. Bro didn't even know it went in. He was as the shot went in.
I just think like as far as egos go, how can someone's ego be so big that they just don't want
Inflated.
to? You know,
It inflated out of nowhere.
like you're getting paid that much, just play the game. And apparently he hasn't talked to Daryl Morey for months, and like apparently we'll never talk to him again. Supposedly, you know, it's a lot of drama in the NBA.
But I feel like he is the root of a lot of drama.
Mm-hmm. Like in Brooklyn, that whole situation was. I mean, people can number one put it on Kyrie, which was I think a different situation. But at the end of the day, like sitting out of which is the same thing he did in Philly, sitting out of the media events or practices and being like, I'm not playing, until I go somewhere else. I just feel like that's a little much.
KG said it best. You hear about Kevin Garnett?
No, what do you say?
You only got about one or two wiggles.
Yeah.
You can't, wiggle your way out of everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
He already wiggled his way out of Houston
Mm-hmm.
because he gave, the city his all. He wiggled his way out of Brooklyn. You can't wiggle your way out of Philly, which he did. But now
The Philly team was.
it's his fourth
good.
team in 3 years.
Yeah.
So how long now until
And he ain't getting any younger.
no? And how long now until I don't like Ty Lue. Steve Ballmer this. Like how long till that happens?
Mm-hmm.
Till I'm not happy or
It's only a
this
matter
guy
of
is
time.
a disgrace and I will never play for him again. Like he said about Daryl Morey.
Mhm.
Like how long until that?
Like you want to believe give the benefit of the doubt, but at this point, it's like,
You can't.
yeah.
You can't.
So
Because it's like what Kevin Garnett said. He's tried to not tried. He's physically forced his way out of 3 teams in 3 years. And the one that I give him the least scrutiny about is Houston because he was there for 9 years. He never won and was like, you know what? I want to win. That's fine, bro.
Mhm.
You know what, bro? You won an MVP, right? You showed that you can lock it in. You could drop 60 and 10 at any given day, right? But then you go to Brooklyn. You're giving Kyrie, you're giving your old teammate KD. KD's one of the best scorers I've ever seen with my 2 eyes, if not the best scorer I have
Mhm.
physically seen with my own 2 eyes. He is up there as one of the best pure scorers ever. They say it's like him and Larry Legend
Mhm.
are like the 2 best players that have been able to just put the ball in the hoop. Right? Kyrie has one of the best handles I've ever seen with my own 2 eyes. You were mad? Okay, whatever. Fine. Go right
and
right
injuries
across
kept
the
them
highway.
off the court.
Yeah.
It kept all 3 of them off the court at different times the whole stint.
Yeah.
So why not? I mean, you could have given more time for all 3 of you to play.
That's fine. They all want it out. You know
Yeah.
what? So be it. Take a little trip down the highway, right? You're in Philly, still in the East.
with an MVP.
Questionable.
But yeah,
But still an MVP
Yeah.
nonetheless, right? You have a great young talent in Tyrese Maxey who can play off ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have, obviously Embiid. You have all this great talent around you.
They're a good
A
team.
team who's always top 5 in the East.
Yeah.
No matter what, they're always top 5. And now, because you have a problem with the general manager, right? You rather just not show up. And then, I don't know if you saw, did you see the video of him staring at he showed up to the game and he sat
Daryl
out.
Morey showed up to the game?
No, Harden. And there was a guy with a sign that was it was a Michael Myers costume. It was a Halloween. It's like, bring me James Harden. He just stared at him.
No, I didn't see
And
that.
I was like, what are you going to do, bro?
yeah.
I was like, you'll probably get hurt on the walk over there. I was like, or you'll just cry about it. And I don't mean to sound like a bad guy or like a mean guy, but it's just as a fan you get tired of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get tired of just all this repetitive nonsense of just constantly. There's always something wrong. There's always something wrong. Nothing's perfect for you. Nothing's
Mhm.
perfect for anybody,
Yeah.
right? Like Jimmy's still playing. He rested against Minnesota, but he's still playing even though he didn't get Damian Lillard.
They didn't make any
Right?
moves.
They didn't make any moves this season except sign Tyler Hero to his contract extension, which they knew they were going to do.
Couple people too.
Which they knew they were going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still coming out and playing. Right? You know, then you have the Cavs really didn't make any moves. Donovan Mitchell still playing. He dropped like 35 points the other day.
They got Max Strus.
They did. They signed him. But, like, we're not acting like Max Strus is like.
Yeah.
I love Max Strus.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He came in clutch so many times for us, for the Heat. But, like, yeah, they signed him. But it's not like signing, you know. It's not like getting Damian Lillard, Kevin Durant, none of that. You know, you're not getting one of the best in the league. You're getting a good player.
Yeah.
But you're not getting, you know, a great player. And then it's like, you know, there's teams that also didn't make that many moves. Like OKC built it all from the ground, right? The Mavs didn't make any moves. Well, they re-signed Kyrie technically, but he was already there. Like, he was already there.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so I don't really count that one. New Orleans is going crazy right now. They didn't really make any signs. Just Zion's playing.
Zion's finally, like, healthy.
Which is phenomenal to see because he's unstoppable.
I know. He's a dog.
Right? Atlanta really didn't make – they lost John Collins.
And they're top 4 in the East right now.
And they're still there. And it's like Trae Young's still playing every day.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, you know, these players are like, oh, screw this. Like, it's really only him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I don't know, man.
Well said. Very well said.
I appreciate it.
I think it's going to be an exciting season. The in-season tournament is going to start play. The group stage is going to start play.
Actually, before we get off it, have you seen the City Connect uniforms?
I did see the City uniforms.
How do you feel about them?
Okay. Can we pull them up?
Yeah.
I'm going to see if I can pull them up.
I forgot. I was going to ask you about that.
Because I had thoughts.
Oh, okay.
I want to go through each and every one because, like, some of them were cool. Some of them were so unbelievably mid.
I don't like the Heat ones.
Really? The Heat were one of the only ones where I was like,
no.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of cool. I think.
Me personally.
Me referring to best celebrations again.
Someone was like, they look like practice jerseys.
Practice jerseys? I mean, that's fair.
I've never seen anything
I was
so
seeing
true.
They were better out of the other ones. Bro, okay. Let me Google this real quick. I'm so sorry. But
I can tell you the ones I like off the top of my head.
Yeah, tell me the ones you like.
I love the Wizards. I love it.
The Wizards one, I was like, at first I was like, eh. And then I looked at it again and I was like,
I love
cool.
The colors they have on it. I like the Suns one. I don't know if you've seen it.
No, I seen it. Bro, show me a picture. Here we go.
I'm a big fan, for some reason, of the Nets ones from this year.
The Nets one.
I think it's cool. I like Indies, too, Indiana's.
I like Utah. Utah always. They didn't change it, but
yeah.
Utah's has always been fire.
Always. I think that one was cool.
I have problems with Atlanta's. It's just so like.
It looks like Times New Roman.
No, literally, just put Times ATL. What is that?
I don't like Memphis's.
It's plain. Bro, Memphis had me like give me a stroke trying to read it. I was over there like No, literally,
you
I was
like
just
focus in. You're like, huh?
What are y'all?
It's just lines.
It made me feel like my vision was off. And then
I like Indies. I know you see.
Boston's is alright. I like Indies. Indies was one of the ones where I was like.
I love that it's like slanted up.
Yeah, the black, the
I don't
yellow,
like the
and
Lakers.
blue.
I don't like the Lakers. I don't like the pyramid they went with.
Bro, the end is
that
just
triangle.
Like there, like the Los Angeles. Like why is it like?
Why is it a triangle?
I don't know. The Lakers need to bring back the Kobe jerseys. Where did those go?
The Showtime ones.
The Mamba City ones.
Oh, the black ones.
The black ones.
Yeah.
Where did they go? Those were so nice. But Houston, Boston, Brooklyn is a lot.
I kind of liked it though.
I like it, but it's got a lot going on. The Clippers, dang, I didn't even see the Clippers. The Clippers.
Let me see it.
It's meh. Just Clips.
I hadn't seen that one.
I hadn't seen that one either.
I didn't even see the Hornets either. Those didn't show up.
Yeah, the Hornets. It's all right. Chicago, I don't like.
No,
I don't know. I don't like
Chicago going straight down the side.
Yeah, no.
This right here, Chicago right here. I thought it looked.
I feel like city
weird.
jerseys were so much better.
Like when they first came out.
Like what
when
happened?
they first came out, bro, city jerseys were.
I kind of like Cleveland's. It's not too different from
the land.
The land. I kind of like Cleveland's.
I like same color. They just changed the name on the front.
Dallas is cool. You know. Denver. The 5280 completely through. What does that mean?
Oh, that's how high they are. The Mile High City.
Oh.
The Mile High City. That's a mile. That's exactly a mile. That's why it's on the
court.
I don't
like it.
That's why it's on the court. I don't know if you've seen it.
Nah, I've probably seen it.
That's why it's on there.
Because I saw this jersey and I was like, who is that? Because I didn't see the Denver. And
5280.
I had to zoom into the corner and be like, oh, that's the Denver Nuggets.
5280.
So for that reason, don't like it. It made me think too hard. I literally did not know who that was.
Think too hard.
Detroit's kind of fire.
Detroit.
I like Detroit. The Warriors, San Francisco, it's kind of weird the way it's like
wavy.
Yeah.
I thought I was tripping.
The color is cool. Other than that, nah. Houston. Do you say you like Houston?
No.
I mean, it's just like
it's all right.
It's just
there. It's not like one I like. I like Phoenix a lot.
Memphis is like an AAU jersey, bro. Like what? I literally saw it again, and it makes me like blink. Like it makes me go like.
It's trippy.
So you don't like Miami's?
No.
Heat culture
in like just bold font.
Yeah, why is the culture white like that? If they made that like more like the Heat.
I get the whole thing behind Heat culture, which apparently they don't have now the way they're playing. But I don't know, man. I need Kevin to lead them. Lead us, Kevin. And he ain't leading them right now, let me tell you, man.
No, he's not.
He ain't leading them.
Anyways, Milwaukee. Did you see Milwaukee's?
No. Yeah, no. Not a Chief.
Yeah, it's okay.
At least for
I
me.
liked Minnesota's. I can't lie. I liked Minnesota's.
Bro, everyone was grilling on him when I saw it on Instagram, and I thought it was so cool with the mountains in the back. I thought it was so cool.
No, I think this is dope.
Like, the mountain is so sick, how it, like, goes from, like, blue to white.
Yeah.
I think, because I don't know if you've seen, it's, like, it kind of reminded me of the Rockies jersey.
No.
Because baseball is, like, the City Connect jersey,
Mm-hmm.
and the Rockies have it where it's, like, green, and people found it weird because the Rockies are black, white, and purple,
Mm-hmm.
and it was green and white, but it was, like, mountain, and then it goes from, like, from green to white, and then the top is white. That's what it reminded me of. I'll put it up for you. It reminded me of that.
Yeah, I'll keep moving, but yeah, Minnesota's was dope. While you're pulling that up, I'll just go through New Orleans. No, it was just plain. See,
like, it reminded me of that, and I thought
cool.
I was a big fan of that. But I guess people also didn't like that it was like green pants.
I like that. I like that jersey though.
So then during the day they would wear white pants, and at night they wear the green pants, and people kind of found it better that it was like that.
Mm.
But I love that like it was like that, and then it reminded me of that. I was like, oh, that looks like the Rockies jerseys, because I thought they were so sick. Like that, it just looks so perfect.
Yeah,
it looks so perfect. It looks better than those.
The blend is perfect. Like literally, I like that. The Pelicans, it's just black and yellow.
Yeah, I didn't understand.
I don't get it either. The Knicks, I like the Knicks, but the 3D font did throw me off for a second. What is with these NBA teams in the fonts
I think they
now?
said it. I think because the Knicks posted it, and I think they were going off like the New York.
Bro, I saw a meme where it was like me with 3D glasses trying to read the Knicks City jerseys. But yeah, no. Otherwise, it's cool.
Because I know the Knicks post, and they were like,
I liked Orlando's. I can't lie.
New York. Designed by Kith.
I don't know who Kith is, but the star in the middle of Orlando's, I actually thought that was kind of cool. The Magic needs something going on, you know? And then OKC, did you say you liked OKC's?
Yeah.
I like OKC's too.
Isn't it black, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, it's black and orange.
Yeah. I thought it was sick.
I mean, the Blazers...
Haven't seen it.
Rip City, it looks like it has before.
Just Rip City?
Yeah,
I like
just black this time. I like Phillies, but also, I don't know. City of Brotherly Love is kind of a lot on the front of a jersey.
The whole thing, yeah.
I was just like, that's literally 4 words. I don't know.
Technically 5.
City of Brotherly Love is 4.
Isn't it the city?
There's no the.
Oh, I thought it was the.
That's another thing. There's no the. It's just City of Brotherly Love.
I thought there was a the. My fault.
Yeah. No, you're good. Bro, people were clowning the Suns because they were like, yeah, L Valley is definitely accurate for Phoenix. Because, like, L.
Yeah. But
I think Phoenix is cool.
But then again, they're reading it in English and not in Spanish.
Yeah. Oh, so that probably didn't hit for you because you were like, yeah.
Yeah, I understood it, and then I read the comments, and I was like, oh. Now I get why they're clowning it. I was like, oh, that makes sense. I had to reread it.
What do you think about San Francisco? Not San Francisco. Sacramento.
It's the Kings, right?
It's
like
the
right
Kings
here.
going down the side.
Down the side.
I think it's
alright because I like the blue and red.
The
They have a good
Spurs.
blue.
I like the Spurs.
I think it's different. I like
Toronto. Hated.
Ass.
Garbage.
It's the gold, right?
Why?
It's like gold. With
Why? Why?
I don't know, man.
Utah, fire.
You know what they need to
Love
bring back?
Utahs.
You know what they need to bring back? The dinosaur in the jersey. I wish I was wearing mine.
They do.
They need to bring it back.
What happened to Christmas jerseys, man?
Honestly,
We need to bring those back.
great
Those Christmas
shout.
uniforms used to be
Great
so
shout.
fire, bro. But yeah, DC is that's kind of cool. I like DC.
Bro,
I
they don't
think-
even make commercials anymore for Christmas, dog.
Bro.
The Jingle Bells commercial still the greatest commercial I've ever seen.
You know, I was broken when I found out that was green screen.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was fake. My entire childhood, I thought that was real.
So did I.
Then
I thought they were just wet with it.
I thought I was like, man, this is why they're.
I was like, yo, KD cooking D Wade. I knew it was a little sus when D Wade was shooting threes, but you know, as a kid, watched this man literally grew up, played it.
No, but I was
life.
just like, yeah, this is why they're in the NBA. It must have been so hard. I wonder how many takes they did.
Who was it? It was Derrick Rose, Steve Nash, Dwayne Wade, Kevin Durant. LeBron dunks it at the end.
Yeah. Steph was in that too, right?
I don't remember if he was, but I think he was.
I think Steph was there. James Harden was there too.
I think so. He was in Houston at the time.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like, when I found out that was fake, I was just like, you know that meme where that one dude is like, no, that was so disappointing.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I think Luka potential MVP season.
For sure.
I mean, that man.
Did you see his 3-pointer?
Yes.
One-handed. Just threw it at the rim and banked it in.
He just
He's so good at
literally
funny.
Luka magic. He does whatever and it just works. And his reactions are always so funny. Never forget him shushing his own home crowd. You didn't see that?
No, I never saw that.
He hit like a dagger, and he was at home in Dallas and went like going back down the court. And people asked him in the post game, they're like, "Who are you shushing? Like, this crowd was on your side." And he was like, "The haters."
Smart answer.
Yeah,
Great answer, honestly.
yeah. So good save, Luka, because I don't know, and then because he did it for like a few seconds and then stopped because I guess he realized that like, oh, this is my crowd.
This is Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Texas is in a good spot right now for sports, especially since
That's on it, bro.
they just. I got you.
I gotta give it to you. That
I
was
got
fucking
you.
phenomenal. Oh, I'm.
You're
That's how
good.
happy I am.
You're good. You're
That's
good.
how happy I was. That was
No,
great.
please. I know.
That was great.
I know.
I didn't know where you were gonna go with it. Honestly, I was like, in my head, I was like, is he gonna try and transition off? I was like, nah, he's probably just gonna be like. I was like, he's just gonna say that. Oh, that was great. That was great.
So, what were your thoughts on this World Series? It ended super quickly.
Exactly how I thought it was gonna go.
2-3 days.
No, 6 days.
6 days felt like 2 or 3.
Well, they played the 2 games in Texas, then they had the day off for travel, then the 3 games in Arizona. That's it. They won it in 5
But they
games.
were never posted like anywhere
No.
until they won, which sucks.
But everyone hates baseball, bro. Everyone hates baseball. Oh, it's too slow. Oh, baseball sucks. Oh, baseball that. No one cares
Let
about
me see if I
baseball.
can find the graphic that I was just telling you about. Like the World Series viewership. Do you think it has to do with the teams that are involved as well as like the
A little
sport
bit.
itself?
A little
or?
bit, but I think it's just people don't want to watch it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know? It's still viewed a lot. I'm not going to say it's not.
Yeah.
You know, it's just that people are like, oh. It also, like, it doesn't help the timing.
Yeah.
You know? Like.
No, see, this time of year is chock full of like all these different sports. So the viewership.
Like in the
it's, like,
summer,
spread
there's
out.
no sports.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to watch sports, you got to watch baseball.
Mm-hmm. Here it is. I found it. So, I mean, you can look over it if you want, but it's just like since the Cubs won in 2016.
It's decreased, yeah.
Yeah, and then it went up for a little bit the last 2 years.
Well,
I think.
because it went really down in COVID.
Yeah. But then I think this year specifically was just like for a casual, it was a random matchup, you know, not for someone that's like
Mm-hmm.
understands baseball, they can totally see like it
Yeah.
was probably a great series. It felt more on par with like the I mean, is this tell me if this is like a fair comparison or not, but like the Phoenix Milwaukee
No.
finals. No?
No.
Cuz that was good, but it was like
the
different.
The Lakers Heat.
Lakers Heat, really, but those are two like market teams.
They're big markets, but remember the Heat weren't good. The Heat don't have a
They were good
superstar.
enough.
Yeah, but also what helped was the bubble. The Heat weren't projected to even go deep in the playoffs because of the bubble.
True.
Like, this was the first year Tyler was there. Like, you know, Goran Dragic was still on the team. Iguodala was on the team. Like,
Mhm.
the Heat didn't have, like, you know, Tyler Hero didn't. People didn't really know he was that good. People didn't know Adebayo wasn't an all-star yet. Jimmy Butler's first year in Miami. So people didn't expect him to go that far.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I say that is because people didn't expect Arizona to go that far. And Texas was dominant like the Lakers were.
Okay.
That's why when you said that, that's
what
the first
what I
year
was
that
getting
clicked in
at
my head.
was like
market size?
the two like new teams, because for a long time it had been either the Astros or the Dodgers.
Actually, since 2016,
Yeah.
it's the first time.
So
it wasn't Dodgers or Astros.
And that finals was the first time we hadn't seen like LeBron in that finals, or no, it wasn't the first. Was it the first time? It was it was the first time we hadn't seen LeBron in the finals in like 8 years. You know what I mean? So it was
Did
like
he go in 2019? No, he didn't. He didn't go in 19 or 18.
Oh, you're right.
He was in
you're
the
right.
Lakers.
But my like no Warriors or LeBron.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was two completely like.
I get what you're saying. Yeah,
that's what I was.
But the reason I brought that up is
no,
because,
I understand.
You know, the Lakers were dominant the whole season.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of fell off a little bit, and then they came back, you know, ready to dominate in the bubble. Texas was dominant all year. Texas had their entire infield as an all-star. They had at one point the entire infield was Rangers only in the All-Star game.
That's cool.
Because Corey Seager and Marcus Semien, shortstop and second base in that order, they were starters. The third baseman, a rookie, made it as an all-star, and then the first baseman made it as an all-star. They came in the game, and they all played together. And the catcher as well was from the Rangers. The starting right fielder was a Ranger, Adolis Garcia.
Mm-hmm.
And then who else was from the Rangers? So they had 5, 6. I think Evaldi was an all-star as a pitcher. I can't remember. I think they had a pitcher who went in as well.
Mm-hmm.
So they had like 7 all-stars. Arizona had Corbin Carroll, who's their rookie demon over there, their outfielder who was an all-star, and then the pitcher who pitched last night, who had a no-hitter going into 7 innings. Phenomenal. And they were the only 2 all-stars, right? So actually, that's a lie. Going back to what I said before, not the baseball part.
Yeah.
The Adebayo, I think he was an all-star in 2020 for the first time. Because it was a Chicago.
When did he get drafted?
15.
Oh, for real?
No, not 15. That's way too old. Lonzo was 17, so he was 16.
Okay.
Yeah. I knew it was close to 15, but no, because I think he was an all-star in 2020 in Chicago with Jimmy. I think that was the first time they were all-stars. Or I think Jimmy was the only all-star, something like that. But they had 2 all-stars in Arizona. Nobody knew they were going to go this far.
This complete Cinderella story.
Yes, they knew that there was a chance they could make the playoffs, but they were like, oh, they're going to lose in the first series.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, that's a lie. They beat the team who went to the World Series last year in their home field, which is one of the most difficult cities to win a road game in, which is Philadelphia. And then they go this far. Obviously, at that point, I knew they were not going to make it because Texas was literally one of the best teams I've seen with my own 2 eyes built. And they were just way too good. And it ended kind of how I thought it was.
4-1, right?
I said it would go to 6 max.
You did.
I said there's no way it goes to 7.
So is Texas just like I might have asked this question before, but like the product of just a really good rebuild, or
it was not a rebuild.
Not a rebuild at all.
So they signed Corey Seager.
Mm-hmm.
They out of nowhere they just decided to spend money. Right? They signed Corey Seager to a 10-year, $300 million. The shortstop, and then they signed Marcus Semien, the second baseman, to a 7-year, $280 or like $250 million. Out of nowhere, they were worth like $600 million just in 2 players. They were like, and remember, baseball's fully guaranteed. Yeah. Every dime on that contract you're gonna get, and it was like, everyone was like, where the hell did Texas get all this money? Like, what's happening here? Texas had the worst record in baseball, like in their division in American League in 2021. Arizona had the worst record, or one of the worst records in 2021. And now they're both in the World Series this year, which is kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah, it is.
So they signed Corey Seager last year, Marcus Semien last year. They drafted Josh Young, I believe in 20. I think it was a COVID draft. If not, he was 19. He gets called up this year. He might have even been 21, but no, if I'm not mistaken, he's 20. He gets called up this year. He gets called up last year, if I'm not mistaken, for a little bit. Plays this year, got hurt, he came back. Jonah Heim, the catcher, became a freaking stud out of nowhere. They drafted this kid in 2020 out of high school. No one knew who he was. They call him up this year because Adolis Garcia, the right fielder, got hurt. They were like, oh, yeah. People were like, oh, he's probably just going to get some reps in. You know, he's one of their top prospects. The Rangers were like, no, he's here to stay. Like, trust, he's going to play. Mm-hmm. The kid's great. Just decides to absolutely be one of the best players at 21 and was a key part in the team. Reached on base every single game in the playoffs. All 17 games that he played in the playoffs, he was on base. Garcia decided to become prime Barry Bonds for a goddamn month, it felt like. The man was hitting home runs against Houston like he was, like if his family was being, like, in trouble if he didn't hit a home run. Because that man just decided to kill every ball he saw. It was incredible. So he was doing great. And it was like then the pitchers were stepping. Like Evaldi was pitching good. Jacob Montgomery was pitching good. The bullpen, don't even get me started on their bullpen. It was disgusting. And it was like, I was like, there's no way they lose to anyone. They're too hot. And then they came out and just destroyed everybody. They stood in their way.
So why do you think the viewership was like as low as it was? This is just as well. It was like, is it because it was two newer teams? It wasn't,
That's part of it. And then I would say that the other part is because, again, less people are watching baseball just because it's too boring for them and stuff like that. And then as well as timing. I feel like a lot of people watch that Cubs World Series because they hadn't won in 106 years. These were the two teams.
I remember 2016 I was 14. Well, we were 14. Mm-hmm. I didn't even care about baseball. But when they won, like, we saw it too. I saw it, I was like, oh, that's dope. They haven't won in like 108 years or whatever. Yeah.
Texas was in the World Series in 2011. I'll never forget it because they played the Cardinals. I watched that whole World Series because Joe Buck had one of the greatest calls I've ever heard in my entire life. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you heard it. You probably have.
I probably have.
So David Freese, he had a game-tying triple in Game 6. Mm-hmm. Ties the game.
Is that when Joe Buck's like, tie game or whatever?
No. Mm. So I don't remember what he calls it on the triple. He ties the game in the triple. And he comes in bottom of the 10th. It's a walk-off home run. And Joe Buck never says that he hits a home run. Right? Joe Buck says, deep drive to center field. And then he says, we will see you tomorrow night.
Yeah.
But he said, bro, I get chills every time I talk about it. I have chills right now. But he says it, and all you hear is the fans cheering, and it's like it's such a great call because he's so composed. Because at the time, he used to be a Cardinals commentator. That's what people don't know, because his dad was the Cardinals play-by-play for like 40 years.
No, I didn't know that.
So he was this man had love for the Cardinals, and he was on Fox. He had to be neutral. But it was like the greatest call I've ever heard because it was so composed. It was just like, we will see you tomorrow night.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
You're coming back for Game 7. Mm-hmm. And then Texas lost Game 7. They were up 3-2.
Dang.
Lost that one, tie the game, then they lose Game 7. Mm-hmm. And the Cardinals win in 2017. They never went back in 2011. They never go back. And then now they get back. All of a sudden, they're like one of the best teams in baseball. And now no one can stop them. And Corey Seager, they were talking about, will history repeat itself? It did in the Ranger standpoint as of Corey Seager. Because I don't know if I told you. I don't know if I talked about this on the last episode. In 2001, the Diamondbacks ace, Randy Johnson, hit a bird, right? I did tell you that?
And then he hit a bird.
And then he hit a bird. And then they were like, well, so first of all, I saw this on Instagram. One of the news anchors, you heard about that? Will history repeat itself? Not the 9/11 part.
No.
Because it was 2001. It was like, will history repeat itself in 2001? Not the 9/11 part. The Diamondbacks winning.
Why would he say
I don't know why he said it. I don't know why he said that. I don't know why he said it. I'll have to show you the video. It was the wildest thing I've ever heard.
There was no need.
Someone watched it and they recorded and they were like, wait, what?
There was no need for him to.
Yeah, there was no need to say that.
Everyone knew what you were talking about.
So in 2020, when he was in the Dodgers, Corey Seager hits a home run. Well, Corey Seager won MVP for the World Series and won it in 2020. But he had a home run when he was in the Dodgers and celebrated right before he flipped his bat the same exact way he did it like this past week. Mm-hmm. Or, yeah, because he was in Texas, so it was like the weekend that he did this weekend as with the Rangers. And everyone was like, history does repeat itself because it was like a home run that like sparked the rally.
Speaking of the bird, I just saw this today.
The Halloween costume.
You saw that?
Yeah.
I love
Knew instantly what you were talking about.
creative Halloween costumes like that. Like that's such an inside joke that like no one will understand unless you like they're a true like baseball person or you explain it to them.
Or you just
like,
seen the video, yeah.
That's so. I think that was hilarious. That was like definitely top 10 that I've seen.
Yeah, no, that was a great
Like,
costume.
what even gives you the idea to be like, yo, we need to dress up
As Randy Johnson and the dead bird.
and the dead bird. They won Halloween, easy. Sorry. Anyways, as you were saying.
No, yeah, that was, and then it's a clutch home run, Corey Seager, and it's like
Yeah.
history technically did repeat itself because the Dodgers went on to win that year, I think,
Mm-hmm.
or they made it far. I don't know.
So do you think they can keep this up going
Texas?
next year? Yeah.
They got the same team coming back. And what's crazy is Jacob deGrom was hurt the whole year. He had Tommy John.
So he's coming back next year too.
Jacob deGrom's one of the best pitchers I've ever seen with my own two eyes, man.
So they just have
The
somebody
man
else.
could throw 100 on the exact black line of home plate.
So they have another ace up their sleeve.
Their actual ace that they signed.
Yeah. That must be
And
nice.
they had traded for Max Scherzer, and they have Evaldi, and they have still Jacob Montgomery. They'll be all right.
Yeah.
They'll be all right. Be all right for years to come. Arizona, though. Arizona can be back.
Mm-hmm.
Arizona increases
what about
a little
Philly?
bit. Philly can be back, too, though. But Philly just needs to,
Stop selling.
yeah, essentially. But they have the same team, if not a better team than they did when they went to the World Series.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fielding-wise and hitting-wise, because they have
Mhm.
Trey Turner. But they'll be all right. That's the thing. It's like Arizona or Philly can go back in the National League, but, like, the Dodgers can come back and not choke because the Dodgers are always stacked. The Braves can come back and not choke. So it's like the National League's in good hands. Like, it's going to be difficult to advance. Like, you're going to see good teams going at it. The American League, it's the Astros, the Rangers, and the Yankees maybe. I mean, the Orioles surprised everybody and won the division this year. They easily can as well.
Yeah.
If they call up Jackson Holiday, they'll just improve their team. The kid's 19.
Mm-hmm.
Hit like 390, 380 in like minor leagues last year. He's absolutely absurd.
Jeez.
And their first round pick this year was a kid I played against growing up, who went to Vanderbilt, who was a first round pick.
That's cool.
And then it's like Orioles can be good for years to come.
Yeah.
But I think Texas is gonna run.
Are they like the Thunder? Like just have a young team that can like develop?
That's exactly what they are.
Cool.
Exactly.
See,
what they are.
I'm learning.
Yeah. So, I think baseball's in a good point of like talent wise.
All right. I do want to ask you one more like baseball question. Do you think now that the season's over, did you notice like a huge shift with the new rules and like the way the game was played? Or did it have a big effect on like the teams that, normally were good? Did it have like a negative effect or did it have a positive effect on certain people? Like
A lot
what
of
do you
people
think of
think
it?
that Acuna stole as many bases as he did
Because of
the bigger bases and the
Mhm.
fact that you can't pick off more than twice. Because if you pick off twice, you can't pick off again. So
Mhm.
if you throw, he's gonna get second automatically. So you might as well throw home. But the bases are bigger, so now he has like a 3 inches where he can like slide away from you, further away from you. But I think the rules were good. The pitch clock, I understand it.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes, as a kid who grew up playing the sport, I take advantage, call time a lot, throw the pitcher off his rhythm. The pitcher would take long to throw you off your rhythm. So I think that the pitch clock was like a good thing, whereas like now you you speed it up a little bit, keep a good rhythm going. It's got a good flow to it. Nothing takes too long. But other than that,
It wasn't like any major changes. That's good.
they don't pick off a lot in the major leagues anyway, so.
Okay.
The 2 pickoff rule was like whatever. They don't pick off a lot unless like you're a heavy stealer.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
other than that, I think it was pretty good. I'm not.
Because I wasn't sure. I know when it first started, people were like,
I'm
going
not
crazy.
one of those that's like, oh, why are you changing this? Like, I know stuff is gonna change.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is.
As the season went on, it felt like there was less and less talk about it, and I feel like if it
Because I
had,
think people it got used to it.
if it had that major change, then there would have been, how the media is. There would have been talking about it like nonstop. So.
The only change that needs to happen is Rob Manfred needs to go. Like, we need a new commissioner, dog.
Mm-hmm.
The only good commissioner is Adam Silver,
So true. Adam Silver he's
and he's
a cool guy.
he's done some questionable things.
yeah. But
Like, I don't know how I feel about the tournament yet. I gotta see it.
yeah, I think it should be cool. I get they're trying to spice things up with the league, The one thing I don't like is I talked about this last week, but the East-West format switch.
Yeah, going back, yeah.
Because like the pickup format was so cool. We only saw one time. It's like being at the park with your friends and be like, I want him. I want this guy.
Yeah.
That was cool. Otherwise, the NBA, they're in good hands.
Yeah.
The Grizzlies suck. I didn't say that earlier. Without Ja, because I forgot Ja was suspended, terrible. 0-4. Bottom. And Marcus Smart. It must be so sad to see your team dominate without you the moment you're gone.
Mm-hmm.
Poor guy. Anyways, he fits Memphis. Have fun with those city jerseys. That's all I have to say.
But with that being said, I think it's a good place to wrap it up.
Yeah.
We went on for a lot longer than I thought I would.
So how would you rate this baseball season 1 out of 10? Good year for the league, off year for the league.
No, it was a good year for the league. I'd say like an 8.
That's good.
8 out of 10. It wasn't like a perfect season, but it was a good season. Yeah. There was a lot of stuff that happened, a lot of records broken. So that's always fun. Teams that came up out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, shit, Marlins were a team.
Yeah.
We made the playoffs. No one even thought we were going to win more than 60 games, but here we are. Hopefully they continue it. I think baseball's in a good spot right now too, talent-wise and everything-wise.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just have to wait till March now. Well, at least me.
Yeah. We're cooling right now. Basketball, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, no, basketball's gonna be good. Hopefully the Heat turn it around. But
and as we said before, NFL is NFL.
Yeah, that's gonna just be there.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's it for us for this week of the Players Club podcast. I want to get back to my plugs because I realized I stopped doing those a long time ago.
Oh yeah, you did.
I know the TikTok has been stagnant, but a clip will be coming up soon. The email, theplayersclubpod@gmail.com. Send us something, questions. We'd love to interact with any listener that we have, And, God, we have a Twitter, @theplayersclubpc. It is almost dead, but it will be up and running soon.
I just get caught up with other things.
Yeah, we are both super busy, but yeah.
I wish we just had a social person, like how all those podcasts be like.
I looked into a link tree, but like I said, that's a subscription, which I didn't know.
We ain't running that.
Yeah, no. Sorry, guys.
We're broke college kids.
It's
over here.
Is what it is, but we're trying. So
yeah,
be gracious to us, and yeah, that was it.
No, I mean, yeah, I just didn't realize it's been that long either. I was like, oh wow, actually hasn't. It's been a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, but
yeah.
With that being said, this was episode 8 of season 2. Again, we only have one camera, but one is better than none. It's less editing for me, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's way better for me. But, no, yeah, with that being said, I think it was a great episode.
Yeah.
We talked a lot.
We did.
We talked a lot more than we thought we would.
We should get a guest on here.
We do. We haven't had a guest in a while. This is the first one this year.
Yeah.
Haven't had a guest. I think we need to run it back. So we'll work on that for you guys.
Yep.
And for us as well. And we might have him next week. Who knows? You never know. Just going to float that idea out there.
I'm on board.
I'm cool with
That'd
that.
Be great.
But
stay tuned.
We'll see what we do. Stay tuned, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.